Alright, we're live. At least I hope we are. I set everything up. Hopefully my audio is better than my last live stream. I really do apologize for just how apocalyptically bad my sound quality was. It was bad. The worst part about it was that it was all compressed, like, directly into your left ear for some reason. So I'm hoping I sound good, and I'm hoping that I'm nice and audible. Oh, thank God. Good to hear. Glad to hear it. Should probably plug my controller in, because we're going to be using that. And it should stay plugged in now. Yeah. I don't quite remember where we left off last time. If memory serves, I think we just beat the Harrier fight. So unfortunately, I don't have that really good noise suppression tech from NVIDIA anymore. So if I start hammering on my controller mid-sentence, you're gonna hear it. But now, if I change the pitch of my voice by like 3 or 4 decibels, it's not gonna completely mute me for no reason. Which is what the NVIDIA noise suppression was doing. I wish I could just record the output audio from Discord somehow. Oh god, it's my favorite part. I tend to die a lot during this section, but we don't need the cool spray. We need to go this way. I tend to die a lot during this part because it's platforming with a fixed camera and no good reference point for where you're gonna land. And it's also hard to like line yourself up because you're going at like an angle. Some of these surfaces. Fun fact, you can actually just slip on bird shit and die right here. If you're not careful. Oh, I can't climb that. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. It's just the AK suppressor, which we will never use because we already have the suppressed tranquilizer pistol. Although I do think it's funny that Raiden, in his soldier disguise, has an unsuppressed AK, and all the other soldiers have suppressors on their AKs. I hope I grabbed the PSG-1T, because I'm gonna need it for this shot. I have no idea how you're supposed to get past these guys without, like, tranking them or something. Oh, God. Raiden's tweaking. I reacted like he was hit, but it doesn't seem to be going down. Like... Oh, there we go. No, don't trank the pigeon. Come on. I know there's a seagull. I actually forgot the word seagull for a second there. There we go. It is hard as fuck to aim when you're not high as fuck on tranquilizers. Oh god, what's the cartwheel button? I'm past the hard part that kills me a lot, and I'm just on the annoying part of this section. Yeah, this part. This is another section, the Strut L perimeter. This is a part that I think I would not be able to figure out how to do on European Extreme, and I would probably die a bunch. Because I think the idea is that you're supposed to wait for there to be no guard looking out the window, and like go and like press up between them, but doesn't always work. And this is why. Because the floor starts coming out from under you. So here's a cool thing. In the first game we had a section kind of like this where there was like a little thing hanging out the wall. Yeah, in this one you can crouch and shimmy. You couldn't do that in MGS1. That animation was too complicated for the PlayStation 1.
I'm going to go in my pants.
No, you're not. You're gonna go off the side of the building. There's a lot of fun facts about this piss stream that I could tell you. There's unique dialogue for if you get hit by it. If you get hit by it and look up, it splatters on Raiden's face. You can just wait until the guy's done pissing. You've got a lot of options. Okay, well, I guess I'm at full health, even though it doesn't quite look like that. Does not look like full health, right? It looks like there's like a tiny sliver of health missing. Ah, shit. What the fuck? Is there... Oh, there's... That's right, you can't just aim the AK without firing it in this. Raiden will just start blasting. Thanks, anyway. Oh, no, you can bring it out without firing. Okay, cool. This is probably the most linear part of the game. We can't actually go into any of the other struts by this point. We can only go forward. So the game kind of starts picking up a lot of steam after the Harrier fight, but there's also a lot of cutscenes coming up, so it also loses some. It's a swings and roundabouts kind of arrangement. Honestly, a problem I have with all the other Metal Gears is there's kind of a point where the game just becomes shit, but this one never has that problem. I think that's why it's my favorite.
My father had some unfinished
Hope you enjoy
business with him.
pseudo cutscenes.
Calm yourself.
I don't think we can find Boo Boo Johnny in this. Yeah, no.
I've been waiting for this day for 2 years, and I will send him to the bottom of the ocean, right next to my old man.
Comes first.
Damn it. Where is Ocelot?
Not here.
I don't trust him.
Don't talk that way about one of your own.
He's not one of my own. He left my father to die, remember?
Olga, we'll talk later.
He's talking about
We
the
need to
tanker
get
ship from the
started
start
on
of the game.
final checks for the unit.
All right. I'm headed back there.
The upper connecting bridge to Shell 1 is down.
What about the chopper?
The cam-off is out of action. Take the oil fence from strut L.
I'll tell my men to start pulling out.
Not yet. Their retrieval comes last. The intruder's still at large.
Snake.
What about the other man?
He's got blood on his side, certainly.
He survived that explosion. Listen, Olga, the code confirmation is in 1 hour. Keep the president alive until then.
I know. No one gets in here. Turn the currents on.
Of course. High voltage currents on.
The door stays shut unless the president manages to take out that circuit panel from inside the room. And it's no job for bare hands.
All right. Come back immediately.
One more thing.
What?
We leave for Russia when this business is done. I want half the money for that.
Of course. That was part of the agreement.
We start living for ourselves after this. If anyone wants to stay here, I want you to take good care of them.
Gladly. Gerlukovich soldiers are the cream of the crop.
It's time they went free.
What happened to rebuilding Mother Russia?
The old man is dead. The world is a different place now.
It's your life.
Just as a reminder, I'm going to say this again, one last time. Don't try anything on us.
The feeling is mutual.
I'm in front of the room where they're keeping the president.
Everything all right?
No sign of flooding, but I can't get close to the door. The floor is electrified.
Don't test it. You'll be bacon.
Any suggestions?
I don't know why he
Remember
said
the
that.
Shadow Moses VR trailer?
Yeah, so it's just like the first game. You gotta get a remote control missile launcher and take out the circuit panel. I hate that cutscene because you spend most of it just staring blankly at a wall. Like you don't even get to watch Olga move about. Yeah, we can't get across this. I feel like this is one of those traps that's like really absurdly designed. Not because like an electrified floor doesn't sound like a great defense mechanism, but because specifically like, okay, the panel to control it has to be protected by it. Okay. But like, what do you do if the floor isn't working? Like what if it gets stuck on? Or what if you turn it on and then like it doesn't work? You're not sure if it's like live and like safe to cross or what, you know? Camera's in there. Oh hell yeah, the M4. Oh wait, shit. I just realized I didn't pick up the M4 in Shell 1, so it's here now. That's cool. They give you a second opportunity to pick up the M4. It's a shame you don't really need that thing, but hey. I had no idea that was a thing. I will activate the nerd for no real reason. Honestly, there's not much to look at with it. I think you need to have the node activated to use the remote control launcher, but I could do it. Nope, no, the body armor's up ahead somewhere. It's in the underwater section, I think. was about to say, shit, I missed the body armor. But I think it's after we rescue the president. Also, hello, I don't know who joined the stream, but hi, welcome aboard. So the colonel just tells us, like, oh, hey, here's the controls for swimming again, even though you were already swimming in the pond at the start of the game, so you should already know the swimming controls. I mean, fair enough, it's been, like, almost a month since I played that section, but I played enough of this game that I remember the swimming controls. I think the body armor is after we get the launcher.
You have the remote-controlled missile. Good job.
No,
Now head for the first.
Yeah. He just retells you what to do now that you've got it. I know a lot of people complain about, like, the density of cutscenes in these games, and I do kind of understand the I do understand the feel of, like, oh, they just keep telling me stuff I already know. You are aware that there is a skip cutscene button, you know? Like, I feel like that's something more people need to be willing to use. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm gonna take a ton of damage though. Shit. Being stupid. Oh, hey, look, rubber ducky. Who the fuck is there a rubber duck on an oil rig? Whatever this is, not really an oil rig, I guess. Built like an oil rig. No, not really, actually. Oil rigs, I didn't know this until relatively recently. The big shell is moored to the seabed because it's in a harbor, but oil rigs actually aren't moored to anything. They're actually floating. Oops, wrong button. You boost? Oh, yeah, the boost just happens on its own. Okay. Just trying to remember the controls for the Nikita launcher. So here's kind of one of the nasty tricks of this section. Show you in a second when we get over to the room. First of all, there's two cameras in here, which you can't really. You can see one of them. Oh no, you can see both of them. I thought you couldn't. Never mind. There's two cameras in here. You can just shoot them out, I think. Oh, no, they just take a lot of bullets. I want to say that they repair themselves after a while, though. Might be wrong on that one, though. But here's one of the nasty tricks of this section. So there's multiple vents, right? There's this vent here, which isn't the correct vent. It's this vent, which you can't really see unless you, like... Yeah, you can't see that vent at all. But the floor vent there doesn't work. There is no possible route through the floor vent there. I think the route changes depending on the difficulty. No, oil rigs are not moored to the drill because the drill is also kind of moving.
What are you doing?
Oh no, a missile! I must get in front of it!
Get away!
Depending on the difficulty, you might also need extra steps. On hard, the president is asleep. You need to wake him up first. You need to waste a rocket just to wake him up to get him to move around, and then you have a limited time window before he goes back to sleep. But anyway, time for one of the most important cutscenes in the game.
President Johnson.
What a name!
So you're finally...
Oh, that's
You've been expecting
timing.
me?
Your equipment, that skull suit isn't exactly standard military issue.
Are you all right, sir?
Is this some kind of sick joke? I thought you came to kill me.
What?
I'm prepared to face the consequences of my betrayal.
What are you...
The
What
President Johnson assault.
You're a man? Well, who are you?
Foxhound, sir.
Foxhound? I see. Now things are starting to make a little sense. Switch over to nano communication so nobody can listen in.
Yes, sir. Do you read me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. President, it's my understanding that the terrorists have managed to input the code sequence necessary for launching a nuclear strike.
That's correct. I punched the sequence in myself.
You're working for them?
If you asked me 2 hours ago, my answer would have been yes. Right now, they're keeping me alive until my vital signs are reconfirmed.
They betrayed you?
I wouldn't quite put it that way. I wanted power. They sought destruction.
But why stoop to terrorism?
I wanted absolute power.
But you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.
Huh?
I don't have any control. The real power is in the Patriots' hands.
The Patriots?
The truth behind this country. I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Very few are aware of their existence, even among those with code word clearance.
Huh?
Politics, the military, the economy, they control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply, the Patriots rule this country.
No.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's the truth. The space defense, income tax reduction, and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited to me was actually done according to their instructions.
Space defense was initiated by Congress.
That's what the Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks. Think about it. Do you actually believe that public opinion influences the government?
No.
This country is shaped and controlled as the Patriots see fit. The people are shown what they want to believe. What you call government is actually a well-staged production aimed at satisfying the public.
Huh?
Don't look at me like that. I'm legally sane, you know.
It's not your sanity that worries me.
The Patriots. Even I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or military leaders? No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout. All I've been told is that every key decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece. I wanted to leave my own mark in history, but my ambitions were... You'll understand someday.
It's fucked up how this entire cutscene basically isn't
I
addressed
wished to
until
be
the
a
tail
member
end of
of the
MGS3.
Patriots. I wanted to wield the power of a king instead of being an expendable pawn.
And that justifies acts of terrorism?
Yes. I'd intended to use the new Metal Gear as a bargaining chip.
Bargaining chip?
But I underestimated Solidus. He actually wants to challenge the Patriots, even if it means the destruction of the world.
What are you saying?
Whether you believe it or not, the balance of power rests in the hands of the Patriots. They regulate the country's various interests through controlled presentation, staging a drama that is palatable to the general masses. Can you imagine what would happen if they ceased to function? Picture a massive political vacuum, a space that every powermonger will try to fill for their own greedy ends. I'm talking about an unregulated power struggle, panic, civil war, chaos. Like it or not, the Patriots is an organization that must continue to exist.
So you changed your mind because you wanted to avoid global chaos.
Exactly. When I told Solidus that I wished to prevent disaster, he replied that pawns can never become players.
And who is this Solidus?
My predecessor, George Sears. That was the name the public came to know him by. I knew him by his code name, Solidus Snake. He was the third Snake, preceded by Solid and Liquid, a survivor of the Les Enfants Terribles project. Neither solid nor liquid, he was a well-balanced masterpiece that the Patriots saw fit to entrust with the presidency. However, he fell out of grace with the organization 4 years ago. When acting on his own, he started an incident.
4 years ago. Shadow Moses.
That's right. At the time, the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, together with certain influential parties, initiated the development of Metal Gear Rex and an advanced nuclear warhead. However, this did not fall in line with the Patriots' plans. What's more, Solidus decided on his own to send his most trusted man, Ocelot, to provoke Liquid Snake, bringing about the said incident. As a result, he succeeded in obtaining Rex and the data on the warhead. But in doing so, he ended up revealing the existence of both Rex and the Genome Army, a blunder that earned him the wrath of the Patriots. Shortly thereafter, Solidus was removed from the presidential office.
I thought he resigned.
That's the story given to the general public. Following his resignation, the Patriots selected me, their new pawn, for the presidency.
But that would mean that the presidential race was...
That was quite a show, wasn't it? It was a well-scripted drama staged by the Patriots for the benefit of the public. Even the Democrats and Republicans were dancing to the Patriots' tune. Everything went according to plan, but for one exception. Following his resignation, Solidus' health was scheduled to fail him, bringing about his untimely death.
Capped?
Correct. But before the Patriots could execute their plot, Solidus went underground with the help of Ocelot. As he avoided pursuit, Solidus gained control of Dead Cell, winning over Colonel Golukovich's outfit. From there, he bided his time, knowing that his opportunity would soon arrive.
What opportunity?
The completion of the new Metal Gear project, an opportunity that would even his odds against the Patriots. By stealing the Patriots' most valued project, he would be able to place them in a very uncomfortable position. It's the only chance he has for survival. Once he has the new Metal Gear, he'll declare war against the Patriots. Needless to say, he must be stopped.
Metal Gear is already operational.
No, not yet. What you saw was Metal Gear Ray, hijacked 2 years ago from the Marines by Ocelot. That was not the new Metal Gear.
Then where's the new Metal Gear?
Right here.
What?
You're standing in it. To be more precise, this entire big shell facility is the new Metal Gear.
What'd you say?
No, I'm quite serious. The upper structure that you've seen is camouflage, designed to represent an offshore cleanup facility. The main structure extends from the foundation all the way down to the ocean floor. The connecting elevator is located on the B2 floor of the Shell 1 core. Arsenal Gear. That's the code name for the new Metal Gear.
Arsenal?
That's right. Arsenal. We're talking about an impregnable fortress carrying a load of over a couple of thousand missiles, including nuclear warheads, all protected by a horde of mass-produced Metal Gear Ray units.
Mass-produced?
The Ray unit was originally designed for the Marines to be used as a countermeasure against the Metal Gear variations throughout the world. The Patriots had Ray redesigned to protect the new Arsenal Gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it? That's not all. Arsenal Gear has full access to the military's tactical network, giving it the ability to exercise absolute control over our nation's armed forces, not to mention our nuclear armament. In short, Arsenal was created to be the core of our country.
What kind of idiotic weapon?
Weapon? No. You're not seeing the full picture. Arsenal Gear is more than just a military tool. It is a means to preserve the world as it is. It will establish a new form of control. The Patriots will use it to keep their place as the country's true rulers. Right now, they feel pressured and threatened.
By what?
They fear an overabundance of digital information. The world will drown in the coming flood of information, and they along with it. The Arsenal plans include a system to digitally manage the flow of information, making it possible to shape the truth for their own purposes. In short, the Arsenal system is the key to their supremacy.
The key?
Yes, the GW system is the Patriots' trump card. Arsenal gear will be fully operational when GW is successfully integrated. Once operational, it will be a completely new form of power for the Patriots to wield. I had hoped to seize the project from them, so that I would be in a strong bargaining position.
Bargain for what?
I'd hoped to trade my way into their ranks, but Solidus preferred rebellion. Outer Heaven, his plan to unleash a nuclear blast over the skies of Wall Street to break the Patriots' control over the business community, is also a key factor in his offensive effort.
Outer Heaven?
Listen, there isn't much time. The football served as the key for activating Arsenal gear. I've already input the necessary code sequence. It won't be long before GW begins to establish connections with other external systems, and Arsenal gear becomes fully operational. Stop them before that happens. That is your role.
All right. Role?
You've got to find Emma Emmerich. She's the only one who can stop that thing once it's been activated.
Emma Emmerich?
She's the system programmer for Arsenal gear. I believe she's somewhere on level B1 in the core of this building.
I thought the levels below us were flooded.
I'm sure they won't let her die just yet, as she's the only remaining programmer for this project. According to Ocelot, she was being held in a locker room located in the northwest part of level B1. Cut transmission and get moving. This is card 4. It'll give you access all the way to Emma's location. Give this to her when you find her.
What is it?
A program for disrupting the control functions between GW and Arsenal gear. Take Emma to the computer room on level B2, Shell 1 core. She'll know how to load the program into the main system.
A virus?
That's right, modeled after Foxdie. A biological weapon designed to selectively eliminate personnel with a specific genetic code.
But why do you have it?
The Patriots had it engineered as a failsafe, and Ocelot forgot to search me. You've got to hurry. That disk is the only way you're going to stop Arsenal. Well, I've told you everything you need to know. There's only one thing that remains to be done.
You must kill me.
Now, kill me.
Told you.
What the?
There's no time to argue. The final check for my vital ID will start any second. If you kill me now, you'll at least prevent the nuclear strike.
Cut it out!
Do it! That's her role! Pull!
Why does everyone make such goofy noises when they die in this game?
That's abusing your right to free speech, Mr. President. Or is it ex-president?
The president! Why did you...
Alas, my finger must have slipped. I'll see you around, carrier boy.
Forget him. He did us a favor. Without free will, there is no difference between submission and rebellion. My only real choice is to put an end to this charade. Let me at least have the freedom to end it myself.
What are you...
Find Emma. Stop Arsenal. This is my last order as your commander-in-chief. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, his name is Ocelot. Isn't it funny that a Russian mercenary ex-special forces guy is named after an American cat? Gee, it's almost like that's symbolic of something. There is so much going on in that cutscene to unpack, and like we only get answers to a tiny fraction of it over the course of this game. We don't learn the origins of the Patriots until MGS3. we don't learn a lot about what's going on in this game until like MGS 3 and 4, and a lot of it in MGS 3 is like blink and you'll miss it because MGS 3 feels almost completely unrelated to the rest of the series. It's kind of crazy. I was gonna say something though about shit. I had a good one. Oh yeah, code word clearance. Maej, when he was guest starring with me in like the first or second stream, he mentioned it. Yeah, the Marine Commandant, Commander Scott Dolph Jackson, he can't say the Patriots. He is forced by the nanomachines in his brain to say the Lalilulala. Raiden isn't. Raiden has code word clearance, but he doesn't know about the Patriots at all.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorist threat.
Nah, Bepsy, say whatever you want. As long as you're not, like, swearing or being racist or something stupid.
You must put a stop to Arsenal gear once and for all.
I'll probably stream MGS 3 eventually, yeah. I've already streamed the first game, and I'm most of the way through this one.
I don't have the security.
I'm really excited for when 4 comes to PC, because then I'll finally own it.
I'm sure he knew what
Even though I've already beaten that game.
Forgetting that he was part of the terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted to the Vice President, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the President to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was trying to point out that there is certainly some credibility to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
What about the information
gaslighting
you
is
gave me on the
real.
Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of time. Find Emma. She's supposed to be located on level B1, in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
It's up to you to make sure that the President didn't sacrifice his life in vain.
Understood. Raiden out.
Yeah. No, actually no.
Snake,
The boss.
President, he's been assassinated.
What?
She
There
was
nothing I
American.
could do.
What
But
about
the
nuclear
Sorrow
strike code
was
sequence?
Russian, I
He
think.
died before
pretty
the
sure he was
vital
Russian.
ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the President on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the President.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they found a more effective weapon within Arsenal gear.
You knew about Arsenal gear?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
You never asked.
asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the big shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described, a massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment.
It's almost like he's
We won't
not
have
really
to
the
worry
colonel or
about any
something.
toxic gas
You
being
know?
released if we have to blow the house down.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber. There's no doubt that Arsenal gear is being built here. And it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
these are the actual photos I
Pictures,
took.
they were
Well,
on the
not this
news
one.
on several websites. If I remember
No.
right, the reporters blamed
No,
you
no,
for
no, no,
taking
this is
the tank.
wrong.
That's right. Otacon, me.
That,
we were used.
that first
We hope that
newspaper
by
is supposed to show a
collecting
photo I
photos
took
of
during the
new
tanker
landings
mission,
persuade
but
the
it
government.
didn't.
At least that was the plan.
I
at the
guess that
time.
feature is bugged in this
I've gone through
in
VR
this
training
version.
of the tanker mission before.
Yeah?
Or
I
if they just
doubt
took it out.
accurately simulates the events of that mission.
I don't remember if that was the case in the
I
original
infiltrated
PC
the
port of
dummy
this game or
tanker
not.
To obtain proof that a metal
If it
gear
worked or
was under
not in that.
development.
I don't think it did.
Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, I'm taking it back.
To the Patriots!
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
I love the plot twist there. That
How
he
did you
wasn't
manage
actually
to get
after
out?
Otacon managed to
Ray
have a
at
small
all.
boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with the sinking tanker. Small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public. In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided to do a smear campaign.
I think the Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it! They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray. They followed this up with a perfect plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it. Then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Almost like that man is like a
Forget it. We're wasting
octuple
time.
agent or
We'll
some
figure
shit.
this out later. The nuclear strike's been prevented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles.
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in order to stop Arsenal.
Raiden, find her.
I'm on my way.
Okay, finally I got to play the video game. Well, I was gonna say, pointing out something with Ivan's comment there. I think this is one of those situations where, how do I put this into words? Like, the villain's plan seems shaky, but we don't actually know what the Patriots' whole plan, like, was. I honestly think they were flying by the seat of their pants on a lot of this stuff. And probably had, like, multiple contingency plans available to them in case, like, something went wrong with the tanker, or something didn't go right with the big shell, or something didn't go right with Ray. That's just a guess, honestly. That's just me sealing the plot holes for Mr. Kojima, but I don't know. There's just so much information in those cutscenes. They're so dense, and I could probably spend like an hour like unpacking everything that they said. Like, I don't even know where to start. Like, the existence of the Patriots, that's something it's kind of been implied in some of the previous games, but now it's like actually confirmed that no, there is a real conspiracy.
Raiden.
I'm not sitting through all this. He just talks about how Emma won't want to swim. Yeah. I find it fascinating. This game is actually pretty self-contained. There's just a few things that get carried over into MGS3, like the origins of the Patriots and the origins of Metal Gear as like a weapons platform, but that's kind of something we never really questioned before. I think my one complaint with this game's cutscenes is how many of them are just you staring at a codec screen for like 30 minutes. Holy shit, it's the Colonel! I don't know what's scarier, Stillman's body or the fact that the Colonel is here. Holy shit! He's real! A little fun fact, actually, because it's something that's never revealed in any of the Metal Gear games. I think it's only ever been revealed in, like, some interviews with Kojima and some other, like, adjacent materials. But, fun fact, the AI in this game that is controlling the Colonel and Rose, is named JFK. Because all of the AIs are named after presidents. And we just never hear that confirmed in any of the games, but internally he's referred to as JFK. It is referred to as JFK, rather. Not real. Then how was he in the chat, Ivan? How was he in my head? He's not real. Oh man, we're actually coming up on like one of my favorite bosses in the whole game, too. I actually really like the fight with Vamp 1. Except for the time that he fucked me over with his Shadow Jutsu. Create content. It's... Oh man, we're just spoiling everything this stream, aren't we? I love that scene so much.
Still ticking, huh?
The Patriots are using TikTok.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
I have had no vacancy.
You know... Oh, that line goes hard. TikTok is probably proof that the Patriots were right. Oh, man.
I thought so.
I know everyone jokes about, like, sexually ambiguous Raiden, but I'm gonna say it.
Muscles are quite elegant.
Vamp would make me feel more uncomfortable playing this game around friends and family than sexually ambiguous Raiden would.
Tell me which way a gun is going to be pointed before the trigger is pulled. But your muscles, they're different. This should be fun. Well worth the wait.
Like, that's just freaky, right? I'm not the only one who's unnerved by that move.
You knew I was coming?
You've become a nuisance. I can't let you interfere with Arsenal gear. The girl is just ahead. She is of no use to us now. But she served us well as the live bait for the big catch. Crazy Ivan sometimes speaks the truth.
I have no idea who the hell he's referring to when he says that. I think he's referring to Ocelot. That's just a guess.
She was some time ago. But the flooding has become quite serious. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a mermaid now.
What?
Did you really think killing the president would prevent a nuclear strike? Think again.
I didn't do it.
Arsenal is still armed with a purified hydrogen bomb.
Purified hydrogen bomb?
This is no ordinary nuclear bomb. This weapon
Romanian
is capable of
bisexual.
fusion using lasers and magnetics to generate heat-insulated compression. It was a top-secret project initiated by the current president, and Solidus has no idea of its existence. The clean thermonuclear bomb is at an experimental stage and is handled differently. Specifically, it becomes launch-capable when Arsenal is activated. A nuclear threat still exists. 6 months ago, we lost everything we believed in. We were abandoned to take the fall in their cover-up. We were labeled as killers, responsible for the mass murder of civilians as well as our own allies. And the public believed every word, turning a deaf ear to whatever we had to say to the contrary. Our only goal is to wipe them from the face of the earth and destroy this world of deceit they have created along with them.
You're insane.
Insane? We might be the only ones telling the truth.
I don't remember Raven saying that, but I'll take your word for it. I know Ivan is like an insult term for Russians. I know that. That was where my assumption came from, because Ocelot is part Russian. He's like half Russian.
Like Arsenal's ready to go into operation.
And he was probably born in Russia.
You're still hoping that the girl can install that virus you're carrying around, aren't you?
You know?
It's a shame you're not going to be around long enough to hand her the program. That isn't seawater, you know. It's a byproduct of the microbes contained in the pool. Buoyancy is practically non-existent thanks to the high oxygen content. Once you fall in, you don't come up. Take a good look at your grave. Show me what you've got.
I don't believe you. Okay, I still hate going for that headshot, because damn, is it hard to aim this freaking thing on controller, because this game's weird-ass controller aim. I have no idea, genuinely, what you're supposed to do when he's underwater. Ow. Forgot that I've forgotten that the aim does not work like on the PS2 version. I think you can, like, try and shoot him, but, like, that's just kind of my only guess. I don't even see him down there. Oh, there he is. Yeah. I have to let go of the auto button. I don't have any live grenades. Shoot the water with stingers. Okay, good. Why not? Oh, what do you know? That does work. Or it did something at least. Just knocks his oxygen away, I guess. Whoa. Bro really is just kind of out here being a crackhead. You know, since this is the modern PC version, I want a mod that just replaces his spin sound with, like, the Crash Bandicoot spin sound. It's fine. If I wanted you to stop backseating, I would just stop reading chat. It's hard to read chat in the middle of a boss fight. Ow. I swear, I wasn't even looking at chat. I just screwed up and let him stab me. Oh god, this is the part where he just starts, like, being a real crackhead. Just starts leaping all over the place. I think I clipped him there? I mean, he screamed, but I must have. Oh, there he goes. Sure, we take that health kit. Why not? Yeah, we're here. Oh, it's time to roll. Oh, and then I rolled into the corner. I'm getting my ass beat. And now he, like, does the thing where he, like, delays the last knife throw so he gets, like, a pretty much a guaranteed hit on you. Well, I'm much harder to avoid hit at any rate. No lie damage, right? You're the one. Oh shit! Never mind. I thought I could just lie there and that he would stop bleeding, but no. And then he just dumps out and flashes and shit. Oh, so he does the what?
My body.
I thought he only did the shadow jutsu on hard. I didn't know he could do it on normal. I guess he starts doing it way earlier on hard. Because normally I probably have him dead by now, playing this on normal. I thought he could only do that on hard though. Shit, I'm out of ammo. Oh, I can't even switch weapons when he has me pinned like that. He got me while I was putting my gun away to reload it, and then I couldn't bring it back out. Yeah, I know shooting out all the lights stops him from doing the shadow jutsu thing. I'm kind of, that sounds like an awesome mod actually. I'm kind of curious to see that. Because I do have some problems with some sections in this game where you just can't see it and you just get detected.
Colonel, they've apparently completed the final check procedure for arsenal gear.
Find Emma on the double. You've got to get her to install the virus program that the President gave you. When you find her, take her to the computer room on level B2 in the core of Shell 1.
Yeah, he just tells you your objective again.
Snake, did you catch all
And then
that?
Snake starts slugging at you.
Make it on time. Arsenal's going active.
Yeah, I heard. The hostage rescue's gonna have to wait.
I'm going after Emma.
We'll secure the computer room. Looks like we can't install the virus program without Emma.
Can't your partner do it?
I would if I could, but the security for this system is no joke. I need more time.
That's why we need her.
Understood. I'll make sure you have your family reunion. What's up?
A lot of years have passed between EE and me.
Then you should see her, right?
I don't have the right to see her.
We can talk about this later. Raiden, I think you'd better get moving. Emma's in the locker room to the north.
Yes, and then they just tell you what direction, where to go. Anyway, let's go grab the body armor because we're probably gonna want that. Blah. Ow. Flip the mine with my pinky toe and blow up. Ow. Oh, where's the body armor? Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. We are now fallen. Oh, that's not a door. No, I'm lost now. Turned around, all messed up. This way. And then she's like through one of these hallways, but I don't remember which one. Fun fact, the less HP you have, the faster your health bar, the faster your oxygen drains. I think she's in the middle hallway. Oh shit. I don't know where I'm going. You'd think for someone who plays this game as much as I do, I would know this game now, but I don't. Kind of a buffoon. Life like a rock. Once he's done the whole game, it'll be released for free. Hell yeah! I'll have to go check that out. That sounds friggin' cool. That might be a fun mod to like do a stream with, because I've already played through MGS1 on stream on this channel, but maybe if that mod comes out, maybe I'll play it. I don't think there's anything in any of these lockers. I think it depends on what difficulty you're on. I want to say one of them opens on European Extreme and there's like an Easter egg inside of it. But I don't remember which one and I don't remember what it is, because I've never beaten this game on E Extreme. Like, that's your reaction. You bang on the locker. It's kind of funny.
Are you all right?
Oh, she just peed her pants.
Who are you?
I love that these achievements
Right.
are
I'm getting you out of
timed
here.
to pop up when the voice
Get me
actor
out.
thing pops up.
You're lying.
That's so peak.
Where are you taking me this time?
What are you talking about? I'm here to help.
Get the fuck out. We're not doing this.
Here, I'll prove it.
We're gonna go give her a
Do you
bath.
have nanos?
What?
Well, do you?
I do. Everybody on this project has them.
Okay, good. Let's try. Can you hear me now?
Nanocommunication?
That's right. I have nanomachines too.
Then you're not one of them.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
And you came to rescue me?
Actually, I need your help to stop Arsenal. I understand you're the only one who might be able to do it.
And who told you that?
No
The
pressure.
President.
Really?
I need you to come with me to Shell 1. Your brother's waiting for you there.
My brother?
Come on! We have to get moving. This place will be flooded soon.
My controller's just going apeshit. It is like almost falling off of my friggin' lap. It is vibrating so hard. What the hell? Oh, they're building. Okay, that makes sense. The building's exploding, so of course it vibrates now.
I can't swim.
Well, you're gonna have to start, girl.
Leave me.
You can swim. You used to love it.
How do you know?
Your brother told me.
He's really here?
That's right. He's here to rescue you.
I don't believe you. He would never come for me.
And I'm telling you he's here, waiting for us at Shell 1.
No! He left me. My
Yes, I'm
mother-
a child, and I laughed that she
needed
said
him the
come.
most.
Shut
When
up.
My father died. All he could think about was himself.
Emma, we can go over all that later. But first, we have to get out of here.
No! I hate water! It's hopeless! I can't swim! I can't swim!
You can do it.
I can't!
Come on, deep down inside, you know you can swim.
I can't keep my eyes open in the water. Endless blue.
Isn't Rose is real, so he has already.
Won't let me go.
I guess he felt the touch of a woman that
Close
wasn't
your eyes.
actively trying to
I'll
gaslight
guide you.
him.
I was injected with something. My legs.
I think she's just
trouble
making
moving
this up.
them.
Listen, Emma, just hold your breath. I'll do the rest. First, we'll head to filter chamber 2. Then we'll take a break.
And all I have to do is hold my breath.
That's right.
How long?
Just a little while.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. That's how I got here.
I don't think I can do it. I'm not good at holding my breath.
Look, Emma, I have an idea. Put your ear against my chest and listen to my heartbeat.
Your heartbeat?
Count the beats. Don't think about anything else. When you reach
Be
100,
honest,
open
they're-
your eyes. By that time, we'll be on the
Why
other
is
side.
the chat just
Give me a
unhinged
signal if
today?
you think you're running out of breath.
Why are all of
What
you
would
just
you do then?
unhinged?
I'll swim faster.
Is it a low point in your collective med cycle?
Hang on tight.
I don't know how many of you have played the original PC port of this game, the Abandonware one,
Okay, let's go.
but all the cutscenes, like the
Closing
water, the
my
red
eyes.
water, the stock footage cutscenes are broken because they use some weird video encoder that doesn't work on modern Windows.
2, 3.
I wouldn't have waited. I would have jumped right in,
What is it?
and that's why I don't have a
Take my
nerd
glasses.
girl. Yeah.
You know, you should wear contacts.
There's nothing wrong with my eyes.
Hmm?
I wear them for show.
Trying to be different.
Oh
from
no,
the
she
other
is
girls?
dishonest. She's wearing
I
fake
don't like
glasses.
that. I like glasses.
Well, I guess she's being honest about it, so does it count?
I used to wear them.
Your first boyfriend?
No.
Oh, her
Something
fucking
more
stepbrother, because she's weird.
Anyway, they bring me luck.
I see.
I know people
Okay,
make
let's
jokes
go.
about Futaba from Persona 5 being like a Fujoshi coded vaguely Vaguely developmentally disorder having Fujoshi character. Oh shit! Pick up the controller quick. I know people make jokes about Futaba being a Fujoshi, right? But come on, Emma literally wants her stepbrother, like carnally. Like, this woman is a Fujoshi. Why am I not swimming? I was hammering the wrong button! It's different than it is on PlayStation, so I was pushing the wrong button in a blind panic, trying to figure out why I couldn't swim. Oh man, this is going fucking swimmingly. Pun intended. Get out of here. I hope you're ready for more cutscenes, fellas. Oh, sorry, I stopped to read chat and forgot I had to hold her hand. I feel genuinely bad for Otacon. He's a victim of so much. Groomed as a child. His dad was Huey. And then, like, everything that happens to him over the course of these games, like, that man just did not catch a break. And then his greatest achievement in life is being his best friend's biographer to his final days.
You did good.
I concentrated on your heartbeat. It reminded me of when I was a kid.
Feels so bad, bro. Like, we're about to see that man go through some heart-wrenching shit. And then they made him hot as fuck in the fourth game, too.
I was sleeping with my ears.
Like, I get it. I completely understand why he's pulling all the bad bitches in every game.
We were, back then. We were stepchildren in our parents' second marriages. Wherever my brother went, I used to tag along.
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't have any close friends.
Otacon drove Sahelanthropus? What? When?
We both wanted to be loved so much. So much that we used to pretend.
Pretend?
Yeah, we used to play house. My brother was the husband and I was the wife. But it was always just make-believe. We were only kids. You know what I mean.
I never had a family, but I think I know what you mean.
Raiden, what's your status?
Colonel? I've got Emma Emmerich here. We've managed to avoid drowning.
Good job. Get her over to Shell 1 as soon as you can.
That's going to be hard with the connecting bridge on the upper level destroyed.
Didn't Olga say something about taking the oil fence at the bottom of Strut L?
Yeah, I remember that.
You should be able to go down by way of Strut L. Try and get over there.
What about Emma? She's been
I
injected
genuinely
with something.
had
She
no
can't walk
fucking...
without any help.
I don't think I've ever actually,
Free your hands of
like...
any equipment and hold down the action button to give her a hand.
I don't think I've ever actually
release your grip on her.
beaten
Take your finger off the action button.
MGS5.
Emma can sit and wait until you help her
I've
back
played
up.
it like
And
for
be
hundreds
careful.
of hours. I think I got to like the
You won't
first
use
like
any weapons
fake
while
out
you're in her.
ending,
Now
and then I
head
was
for
just kind of
Strut
burned
L.
out on the game, so I
We're on
stopped
our
playing.
way.
And then I went back to play it more, and I'd forgotten everything I was doing, so I just deleted all my progress and started again. And I think I've done that multiple times, and I've never actually gotten like all the way to the true
Shell
ending.
1's deserted. Looks like everybody's aboard Arsenal.
I also have really mixed opinions about that game, because like the gameplay sucks so much. There's so much wrong with just playing that game like moment to moment. The story
My Kodak as a relay.
is really good, but I think
She is.
poorly, by Kojima standards, very poorly conveyed.
Is that you?
Hal.
Why are you involved with Metal Gear?
Huh?
You knew our
He
family's
finally
dark
gets to
history
speak to
and
his
still
sister
got
again
involved?
after all these
What's
years.
wrong with
Starts
you?
emotionally attacking her.
Answer me. Why are you repeating the same
Still
mistake?
pulling bad bitches. What
I
is
wanted to
his
hurt you.
secret?
I wanted to see you suffer. You abandoned me.
No, that's not what happened.
All right, that's enough.
Who are you?
I'm a friend of Otacon's, Emma.
Otacon.
Enough with the sibling rivalry.
That's not what this is.
That's
We haven't
exactly
got time
what
for
this
this.
is, woman.
Raiden, get her over here right now.
I...
Gotcha, Snake. I'll head over there with Emma.
Most of the enemy's aboard Arsenal, but I suggest you be careful. Make sure Emma gets here in one piece.
Raiden, take care of my sister.
Don't worry. I'll get
Considering
it.
that Sonny's adopted, I don't think Otacon is packing. I don't think he's moving Shmi. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I think he just looks hot as fuck. At least in the 4th game. I was gonna say something, I lost it because I was laughing my ass off. Oh yeah, that's right. MGS5. I hate that there is a fully functional camo index in that game that is never shown to you. Like, you never know how camouflaged you actually are. You just kind of have to guess, and you can't change your camo
Snake
out
and Hal are waiting
mid-mission.
for us in Shell 1's computer room. I've got this disk that the President gave me. This disk is supposed to contain a virus that can corrupt Arsenal Gear's operating system. We need you to...
This is
My
my
program.
program.
What?
How could she recognize it just by looking at the CD?
Did something
I
happen to the
guess it's
president?
probably on the same CD she printed it on, eh? I like to imagine she can just look at the CD and see the code, because that's funnier to me.
President. He's dead.
What?
You actually wrote this virus?
It's not really a virus. It's more like a worm cluster. It's actually a delayed effect autonomous program that's designed to invade GW's cerebrum and render its nerve connections useless.
You know what GW is?
Of course. I created it.
Huh?
You look surprised.
Well,
Cat got your tongue?
I'm sorry. How about the Patriots? Ever heard of them?
Yes, but I only know what I've been told.
Can you tell me what you know?
Sure, but it's hard to put into words.
Right. Are you reading me, Emma?
Yes, loud and clear.
The President said that Arsenal Gear was the Patriots' key to supremacy.
That's as good a description as any.
What exactly is it?
It's a massive data processing system capable of controlling information on a global scale.
A data processing system?
That's right. The system's a social device for maintaining the Patriots' control.
You've lost me.
Well, in this day and age, information emerges from every direction.
Oh
and is
god, I hope you didn't hear that sneeze.
A variety of information.
I also
gathered
hope
by
I remembered to
servers
unmute my
employing
mic. Someone
latest
please tell me that my
high-speed
mic's currently
communication
unmuted.
networks and P2P
I can't tell.
technology is rapidly circulated to individuals. In fact, the speed of this circulation process is accelerating on an almost daily basis. The Patriots seem to be afraid of this development. Apparently, they believe that their role will shift from dominant to dominated.
Pinky.
Let me give you an example. You're aware of Solid Snake's anti-Metal Gear activities, aren't you?
Yeah, I know a little about it.
Well, that's just a small sample of uncontrolled information. I can guarantee you the Patriots did not want Solid Snake's name publicized. Now, look at it like this. Political scandal, corporate corruption, up until now, the Patriots have managed to keep a lid on these and other self-serving events. But with their existing data processing system,
Oh damn, I didn't mute it in time, I'm sorry.
to effectively control the flow of information generated at the individual level. With the newly created system, they can fully regulate digital information. High-level information can be categorized in stages, given clearance levels, and deleted as necessary, never to be seen by the public. By deleting such information, the Patriots can shape the course of history as they see
Colonel.
fit.
Somebody's bound to catch on.
No, the memory capacity, not to mention the lifespan of the average individual, is extremely limited. On the other hand, digital information lasts virtually forever. It doesn't deteriorate.
So?
The alphabet, 26 letters, right? It could have been 30 letters. What if the 4 deleted letters were controlled by a program?
Impossible.
It's not. In fact, something similar is already underway. Do you know how many genes exist in an individual?
About 30 to 40,000?
Right, that's what was announced at the turn of the century, but there's actually 100,000 according to the original theory advanced by the scientific community. Information regarding the remaining 60,000 was suppressed by the Patriots.
No.
Why? How would you know? Do you know what a gene looks like? Did you count them yourself?
There are research organizations.
Of course, and their reports have already been subtly altered. They're even beginning to believe the doctored reports. GW is a system that allows the Patriots to decide what will be recorded in tomorrow's history.
So what we're talking about is one huge censorship system for deleting information which might be inconvenient to the Patriots.
Exactly. The actual physical core for handling the task, GW, is installed in Arsenal. It's the only system in the world with an optic neural AI that has a parallel processing capacity of 980 trillion Hammets.
I think they're just
I
making shit
suppose
up
that
there.
being a specialist in neural AI and
I think
complex
it's lots of
logic
nonsense.
played a significant role in your association with the Metal Gear project.
That's not the only reason.
What do you mean? I guess there are plenty of other reasons.
I have
Yes,
no idea what commands are. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
So
I have
Arsenal
no idea what
Gear
you're
was
talking
actually
about.
designed to protect the GW system, wasn't it?
Yes. It's armed with everything, including nuclear weapons, and is fully equipped with cyber-terrorist countermeasures. Physically and logically, it's the ultimate fortress for housing GW.
But is the AI actually capable of controlling everything?
No, GW is only the system's core. It's only for deciding what data is stored or deleted. The actual subsystem for executing the task exists within our social structure.
What?
Do you remember the panic that gripped the computer industry prior to the end of the century?
You mean the Y2K problem?
That's right.
Ah, classic.
If you
The
recall,
yick
our
problem.
government supplied the world with a countermeasure program, using the internet at full capacity. The program was distributed to every governmental organization, every key facility throughout the world. In addition, the same program was included in an OS application for distribution.
I swear,
among
I will find a way to reference Yick in every live stream I do.
Let me
Or
guess.
as many
The
of them as
Y2K
possible.
countermeasure contained a program designed by the Patriots.
Yes, and everything supplied from that day onward contains the same program.
Impossible.
Do you know how a computer operates? Do you really know the basic principles on how data is exchanged? Nobody's aware of it, but there's a subsystem in place, and it's about to be activated.
Is that why Solidus wants to burn out every electrical circuit in Manhattan with a nuclear blast?
Probably, but the overall system isn't actually complete.
What?
It still lacks the necessary factors for judging situations. I heard they were planning a major experiment in the next few days to provide complex data for GW to study. And suddenly all this happens.
Emma, it's not your fault. If it wasn't for the terrorists...
Yeah, you're right. Well, I think that's about all I know.
Right. Thanks. I think we'd better head for the computer room.
My bird in the computer room. Is he safe?
That noisy, overgrown parakeet?
Excuse me, he's a parrot. And he's my best friend. My only friend.
Well, the bird's okay.
Good. Did you know that in the old days, miners used to take a canary into the mine shafts to detect toxic gas?
That's what he's for?
No. I really
Never heard of Nightbot either, but I guess maybe I'll look into it after the stream.
Right. I think
But those
we
are
better
kinda
get
cool.
moving. We've got a little longer to cover than the last time.
I'll give it my best.
Whatever you do, don't open your eyes.
Why not?
A dead body, not a pretty sight.
Oh.
Once we get past it, it'll be too dark to see
Rest in
anything.
peace, Pete. You're a brave man. Bad a fucking hero.
What are those sticks in your head?
These? They're lacquered chopsticks. They hold your hair in place. Did you know that they're pretty popular in Europe and South America?
Can't say that I do. You're not only cute, but smart too.
Oh, I'm much more than cute.
Okay, let's go.
I appreciate that if you call Rose, she starts kind of freaking out at Raiden. I was gonna say on the subject of MGS5, because we were kind of talking about that before the cutscene. I think that's like the big reason why I upgraded the Phantom cigars. Is like one of the first things I did in every game. Because I would just wear the sneaky suit and go in at night, and I would just smoke Phantom cigars so that it was always nighttime. I actually ended up getting the unwashed snake cutscene where they throw the bucket of water at you, because I would just keep smoking Phantom cigars for like hours and hours on end, and I cannot imagine that a man who doesn't eat anything but smokes like cigars for 12 hours straight smells particularly pleasant to be around. Sad we got a PC port of Zone of the Enders 2, but not of Zone of the Enders 1. No, I'm not entirely sure where that fact came from. Or why I'm bringing that up. I'm not entirely sure what about this game reminded me of Hideo Kojima's Zone of the Enders. I know there's a reference to it in Metal Gear Solid 3, but there isn't one in this game because it wasn't out yet. Okay. No, Zone of the Enders 1 was out, and came with a demo disc for this game. I love Zone of the Enders. It was great. Anyway, here's a cool little Easter egg. My favorite interactions in this whole game. So we could chase the bugs away with the coolant spray, which is I think what you're intended to do, but actually we have to call the elevator first. I forgot. Can't call the elevator while we're choke holding Emma. But we can in fact just put her in a rear naked choke and just drag her to the elevator. Bug. Oh my god. Okay.
Freeze! Freeze!
I missed the headshot again. What the hell? I really like a lot about MGS5. Like, I love the companions. I love Dog. I love Diamond Dog, and it's got a lot of cool shit in it. But like, my god, it's so annoying not having, like, they finally made it so I can listen to the codec while gameplay is happening, and then nothing important is ever said on the codec, and I have to use the cassette player, which like has the advantage of like, okay, I can listen to the plot important information whenever I want, and I can also go back and like really easily listen to old stuff over again if I need to refresh myself. But because it's being played on the same audio channel as the radio, every 30 seconds, whenever Ocelot or Miller has to tell me something on the radio, it's going to interrupt my cassette player and make me lose my make me have to restart the whole tape.
Freeze!
Seriously, why do I keep missing the headshots? But what the hell? We're through. Doesn't matter. Chaff greens my character. I'll throw one. What the hell? Why not? Not like I need those for the raid fight that's coming up or anything. Okay, so that buzzing you're hearing, right? That's the cell phone that Olga gave us like forever and a day ago. I genuinely want to know. I've repeatedly asked George Salinik, because he's like the Metal Gear expert on YouTube. You should go watch his stuff. He's amazing. I genuinely want to know, is there anything else Olga will text you about on the phone other than use the coolant spray to put out the fire? You know, first, before I do that, though, I'm going to shoot down those drones real quick. Close your eyes, you don't want to see that dead body. Guns a man down right in front of her. Okay, why is there no coolant coming out of the coolant spray bottle? Oh. Okay. For whatever reason, use the right thumbstick to control when you spray coolant. Okay, that's weird. I guess because this used the analog face buttons in the PS2 version too. Don't tell me the things do. Oh no, they don't. Okay. Speaking of shooting the question mark above the enemy's head,
Damn it.
little secret magic trick.
This door is
If
security level 5.
you punch
I
an
don't have
enemy
con 5.
in the balls,
Damn.
he will instantly get knocked out. You can do this from behind him. You can
Already?
literally walk up behind guys in first person mode and aim slightly down and punch and like shove your fist up their butt and they just pass out. It's great. One of my favorite tricks.
Are you impressed?
I should probably demonstrate
You should have
as
told
soon
me
as I get a
that.
chance. And yeah, the cave is a
Just
pain in
remember
MGS3, but
myself.
I don't know. Maybe that's because I just play it on console on an old TV. Maybe my opinion will change if I play it on a good screen on my PC monitor when I play the PC port of it. Yeah, let me see if I can do it to this guy. Oh, never mind. He's gonna turn around. Shit. Well, we're screwed. Oh, okay. Whoops, I guess? I don't know. I got an achievement for it, at least. Why you two guys the fuck get me? Ow. I don't have very much ammo to work with. I know there's a trick where you can, like, force quit the game, but I hate that there's no, like, reload or checkpoint button in these games sometimes. There's stuff like that happens, and it's just like, oh, well, time to get my ass beat. I appreciate that the guards in this game, it's one of my favorite things about this game, and it's probably one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite stealth games. The guards having to actually physically grab their radio and call in when they spotted you. They don't just yell, and then suddenly everyone knows exactly what's going on. Yeah, I know about the eye thing. I've done it before. I usually don't do it just because I just don't like leaving the game running, but it is a useful trick.
I have a question for you.
What is it?
How do you feel
I think the
about
eye thing
heights?
worked in MGS1 as well, because I know some of Miller's
Worst high romance
dialogue
list.
references it.
Why?
I
Well,
think it
we
worked
have
in
to go down the
MGS1
ladder.
during the
far
cave with the dogs,
Just a little bit.
just before the
Why
first
do
fight
I
with
feel like
Sniper
we've
Wolf.
had this conversation before. How little is little?
About 130 feet.
Hmm.
Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
How are your legs?
Better. The numbness is gone. I can climb down on my own.
Okay, follow me.
I don't want to think about climbing a 130-foot ladder. That does sound terrifying. What is with all of these games? There's the ladder in 3. There's this ladder here. There's the stairway in the first game. What does Snake climb? I guess there's a microwave tunnel in the 4th game, but does he climb anything in the 4th game? I can't think of anything. But there's like always some big climbing in the Metal Gear games. I'm sad Maej isn't here because mentioning the MGS1 stairwell, he would just go apoplectic.
The sunset. It's beautiful.
The only reason I know
If we don't hurry,
the
it'll
hold
be
the
the last
buttons
we
to
see.
reset the game thing is because my friend Maej, I've mentioned him a couple times, he's also the guy who made the thumbnail for this stream that I'm using. He's a speedrunner, and he actually uses that to reset his speedruns, or to reset parts of his speedruns, and he told me about it, and that's the only reason I know that it's a thing you can do.
Enemy soldiers, gun ciphers. I don't think we're gonna be able to slip past all that. Looks like it can barely support one person. How much do you weigh, Emma?
Are you gonna ask me how old I am next?
If you go alone, I think you can make it across.
Pretty sure she could make it across. I don't think you need to ask her that. I'm pretty sure she weighs like half of what you do, man. She's tiny.
This is Raiden. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up?
We've made it to the lower part of Strut L. We'll have to cross the water from here.
Can Emma walk?
Yeah, she's okay. The pontoon bridge doesn't look too sturdy. Emma's gonna have to cross it alone.
Right, the oil fence.
There are ciphers and several guards.
Raiden, you're carrying a PSG-1, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's time to play sniper.
not bad. This spot gives me a good view of the targets.
You're going to have to cover Emma until she crosses to strut E. I'll get there and provide some support of my own.
Thanks.
Think you can handle it?
Yeah, I know the drill. I faced a similar situation in advanced mode level 4 VR training with the PSG.
I've beaten all the MGS1 VR, and I don't remember that one at all.
Yes, it's better than nothing. Make sure you don't hit
I
Emma.
think I only ever beat them like
Right
once
now, with
for the
Arsenal's
achievement,
boarding
for the
in
Steam
progress,
achievement.
security should be at a minimum. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Given the situation, they've probably got claymores in place to make up for the security shortage. Make sure you use your thermal goggles.
Right.
Okay, I'm heading for strut E.
Emma, are you reading me?
Loud and clear.
I'm gonna clear a path for you from here.
How?
Sniper fire.
You're kidding.
Trust me.
What if I fall into the sea? I can't swim.
You were doing pretty good a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
No.
All right, get going. You'll be fine.
Okay. Let's go. So little secret technique to Twilight sniping is to just pound all of your just pound all of your Pentazemin at once. Every individual dose of Pentazemin is a flat amount of time, so it stacks.
Ow.
I'm just gonna use the lethal sniper for this whole thing, guys. That way I don't have to switch forth and back between the lethal and non-lethal snipers and like constantly try and find where I'm supposed to be aiming over and over again. Makes this a little bit easier. Especially since I'm aiming a sniper rifle with a thumbstick right now. Why is Raiden not stopping the... Oh, okay, I have to put the rifle away for some reason. Alright, weird. I'll go over here and pick up this Pentazemin. Shit. Trying to figure out why I was bleeding out still. Yeah. Also, the diazepam during this section respawns, but it just stacks. You just blam all of them at once. Sorry, not diazepam. Pentazemin, Pentazemin, Petapetidibizibit. Yeah. You can hear snakes. You can hear snakes' intrusive thoughts. You can also hear what's going on behind the pillars when Emma's sneaking around back of the pillar. If you pull out the directional mic. I do think there's a cap on how much Pentazemin you can stack, but it stacks to a pretty ridiculous amount. I use the same trick when I'm doing the bridge section.
Too shaky. What if I fall?
Yeah, you can actually listen to Emma as she's crawling across, which I think is kind of neat.
How
Neat little
did all
detail.
this happen?
I'll put on my thermals. I don't think there's any more mines though. Look really quick. No. I know at one point she like asks if Raiden's hair is real. She like asks herself that out loud, and if you call her on the codec, Raiden actually yells at her for it, and I think that's like peak comedy. Overall, I don't think quality sniping is like one of my favorite parts of this whole game. Like, this game is full of banger moments, but this is just cool. I'm gonna double check one more time in front of her, make sure there's no mines. Swear to God, there's like a... Oh! I knew it! There are more mines. Probably not be hyperfixating on the... Oh.
This is Snake. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Snake just tells me to give him a call if I want him to start helping me shoot. But he, for whatever reason, he can only shoot what I'm already aiming at, which I think is just weird. Like, I get it, it's so that the section doesn't just play itself, but I just think that's a really weird... Aim sucks, bro. Oh shit, no. I ran out of Pentasmin. I feel like the Pentasmin wears off like instantly if you put the rifle down for something. What the fuck are you shooting at her? Not the guy who spotted her, no, he ran away from the unarmed little girl crossing the precarious ass oil fence thing. Oh shit, I'm out of bullets. Okay, well we'll just switch weapons real quick and pray. She'll make it. She'll make it. She has less than half health. She'll make it. It'll be fine. I believe. I feel like tranking the guards. I'm not sure, but I believe that it prevents them from respawning. No, don't quote me on that, though. Let me pull out the thermals real quick and just double check. That was just a sequel.
What am I doing here?
I'm pretty sure while she's crawling across this, you can hear her talk to Jonathan. And he gives me like my favorite line in the series. I think it's the second pillar, not the first pillar. I hope it's this one, because otherwise I missed it. Later, thanks for joining the stream, man. See you around. Aw, shit, more stuff is spawning in immediately as soon as she's about to go behind the pillar, damn it all. Aw, oh, damn, I missed the Easter egg where she meets Boo Boo ass Johnny, damn it. One more time, just to be absolutely certain. The number of times where I've forgotten about the mines on this stretch to the fence, and then she just gets blown up. Too many times. He's safe. Maybe we can listen to Snake's intrusive thought. Or, you know, the game won't let me turn sideways enough. Oh, come on, there's more drones. Yeah, I just don't get a breather to spy on my friends. Please tell me that thing is not going to hover behind that freaking pipe this whole time. Yeah, I just don't get a breather to spy on them, I guess. Or maybe my timing is just terrible. Let's just stay dialed in for Vamp 2. Holy shit, 6 concurrent viewers, let's go. We're about to watch the sickest boss fight in gaming history. Well, not actually, we're not at the raid fight yet. I feel like you would be, like, burning your retina out if you pointed a sniper scope at the sun. God, aiming this thing is so difficult. Oh, that's a wrist. Shit. Oh my god, Emma. Oh, you don't have a hand anymore. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the most I've ever hit her, I swear. That boss fight's lame, but the setup is cool. The actual act of the fight sucks, but the setup for it is just awesome. With Vamp shooting out of the water. Shooting out of the water and like Jesus posing. I'm dead certain Snake weighs more than Raiden, especially with all that gear on him. Like, I'm just saying, that line about the oil vents only supporting one person is bullshit. I feel like her heart wouldn't have had time to stop beating. Oh man, 3 people were just here for Vamp 2 and just left as soon as it was over. Oh well. What is that beeping? That's the game, right? That's not my head. That's the game. What the hell is that sound? Oh, it's the Kodak?
Emma's been stabbed.
That bastard. How bad is it?
She's conscious, but the bleeding's bad. I'm bringing her over there right now. Raiden, get that disc over here as soon as possible. I'm afraid her time's running out.
I'll be there.
Oh, alright, let's go. Another timer section, yay. I mean, I don't know why I'm complaining. Honestly, these aren't that bad. It's just kind of overused, I guess. There's like 3 of them in the whole game.
Snake, what's your situation over there?
Emma's been stabbed, she's bleeding, and you need to get over here. Yeah, Zone of the Enders was out, because the Zone of the Enders box is in this room. Duh, of course it was out. You know what? I'm just gonna throw another trap grenade. I don't have the ammo for this anyway.
No, this isn't happening. Jack, you have to answer me. Jack! Jack!
I'm not entirely sure what happened there, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put the body armor back on there. We have the body armor, so I'm basically guaranteed to dub at this point, honestly. Game's a lot easier once you have the armor. There's a part of me that wants to try for the armory. Just so I can have some ammo, but nah. For that. We're gonna try something stupid, hang on. Come on, it moved. Never mind. I was gonna try and like launch a friggin' RGB grenade at it. I think I have to ledge hang here. And I don't think I have enough health or enough grip. Swear to God, you could shimmy this part. I don't know why it didn't let me. Did I just like miss input? I don't think I'm gonna make it with the level 1 grip gauge in this little health. Pray for me. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get shit. I'm certain I'm supposed to be able to shimmy that, so I'm gonna try that again. Oh wait, what's in here? Oh yeah, it's just the camera. I like how if you look at that guard that's just vibing, he has his AirPods in, he has his headphones on, and he's just jamming out. Oh, come on, I pushed up! Oh my god, man.
Is something wrong?
This bridge has killed me more times than like anything else. I am genuinely ashamed of myself right now. Oh my god, man. This fucking bridge. We don't need the camera. I think that's just for like early screenshots back in the day when games didn't have the F12 key and you couldn't just do that. Do that thing where I hook my thumb under the thumbstick instead of resting on top of the thumbstick, just to have like absolute certainty that my thumb isn't gonna slide and I'm not gonna like micro one misinput or something stupid, you know? What was that, attempt number 4? Still got an alert, but it doesn't matter at this point in the game. Right, because there's no one around to act on it. Oh yeah, more bugs. I know somehow, I've never been able to get it to happen, but there's a way you can get them to stick onto your rations, and then you can't eat your rations until you get rid of them somehow, but I don't know how you do that. Anyway, while you guys are enjoying Emma's final cutscene, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, because this is a long one. I'll be back.
How's Emma? I think he got some internal organs. We can't stop the bleeding.
How?
I'm here.
Got the disc. Emma set everything up. Apparently all you have to do is pop in the disc. That should insert the virus into the AI.
Is it working?
Just leave it to Emma. What the?
An antibody agent?
Damn! The connection's been cut.
Is the virus upload complete?
I don't think so. The count stopped at 90%. Otacon.
I don't think Emma's made any mistakes.
But
A portion of the worm cluster might have been altered after the disc left Emma's hands.
by the Patriots?
Will the virus still work?
I have no idea.
Hal, is everything all right?
It's all right. Everything's all right.
Good. At least I won't be adding another page to our family's dark history.
Yeah,
I'm back.
That's right.
What if the virus doesn't work?
Either destroy that thing, or take out Solidus and his men.
How do we get on board?
I don't think we can. Unless somebody inside gives us a hand.
Hal, I always...
What is it?
God, I just feel so bad for Otacon, man.
You don't hate me?
Never. I never wanted to get in your way. I never wanted to hurt you. I thought that with Arsenal, if I followed in your footsteps, I could be closer. I just wanted you to look at me. Look at me as a woman.
I could never do that.
Don't be so honest. It hurts.
Sorry.
Can I ask you one last favor?
Sure.
Call me Emma.
What?
Please call me Emma.
What's wrong with EE?
Pulled so hard he killed her.
Emma? Emma?
I have to crack a joke or I'm gonna cry.
Emma? Emma?
Those are the two options. I either have to laugh at something or I'm gonna cry about this scene, because goddamn, dude. Like, I joke about not being able to look. It is actually hard to look at this scene. Like, wow.
I didn't leave you. Because of the accident, I had a relationship with your mother. She seduced me. And it went on. My father's death was no accident. He took his own life. It was my fault, all my fault. Forgive me, Emma.
Just to be on top of all of it. Then the fuck-ass bird.
Attention! Arsenal gear is ready for launch. Evacuate the upper levels immediately.
Sounds like they're cutting this area loose. What do you mean?
It means we're gonna sink.
We have to get the hostages out.
What about the camera repairs?
Done.
We won't be able to get everybody aboard.
We'll just have to take as many as we can.
My sister won't be able to come with us.
We will be commencing the countdown shortly.
Like,
personnel in the upper levels. Head
all
to the
of this
evacuation
shit,
area
man.
immediately.
Oops. Sorry. I'm just gonna... That's my phone. I accidentally yanked the cable.
I'm always the
I'm gonna throw it aside so it doesn't happen again.
Why, Wolf?
Argon, take care of the hostages.
What about you guys?
We got other arrangements.
That's spyware
There's
too.
our ride out of here. Anyway, we're gonna have to sink that thing if the virus doesn't work.
I should be going with you.
You've got your job. We've got ours.
You mean I'd only get in your way?
Wrong. Only you can save those hostages. Got it?
I mean, none of us can fly a helicopter, so he's right.
Right. Listen, the two of you won't be able to destroy that thing. Eliminate the enemy. That's your only option.
Then we go from like the saddest shit to like the most badass stuff in this game. Like Kojima, man, he's all over the place. I love him. I love his writing style.
How?
EE? Damn!
Otacon. Try to get as many hostages out as you can. It's a short flight to the shore, so don't worry about overloading the Kamov.
Leave it to me.
I repeat, personnel in the upper levels, head for the evacuation area immediately.
I'm counting on you, Otacon.
Hal, I miss you. Hal, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you.
You and me, we're the same. Both you and I, we were always alone. Always. We only wanted to be loved. We were always waiting.
Money is one of those as my desktop wallpaper.
Somebody who would love us, but we were wrong. You can't wait to be loved. You have to go out and find it. 4 years ago, I realized that you can't just wish for a happy family. You have to make it happen. I only wish I knew that sooner. I learned that I could love, as you probably did. Emma.
You think he's gonna be okay?
He's tougher than he looks. Consider it done.
Now, how do we open this thing?
You can come out now.
A ninja? What the?
Arsenal's going to take off. We still need you to take care of a few things. This time, don't fail us.
Snake, what's this all about?
Bedtime, Raiden. I wouldn't do that.
You're changing sides now?
Change sides? I don't recall saying I was on yours.
Damn it. You!
Ready for some shut-eye?
I'll never forget that if you shoot Snake early on, when you first meet him, he actually yells, "I'm on your side!" And then pretends like he never said that during this part. Just everyone is gaslighting Raiden. Just everybody.
Jack?
No. Just because it will save us a few fractions of a second. Overall, just not to save the game.
He was when Olga brought him in. I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man. Wake him up. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Jack the Ripper. He says that.
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
Fun fact, if you don't mash, you actually don't take any damage. If you mash and you run out of oxygen, you take damage.
This is my son. I taught him everything.
I wish we could read Jack's tattoos. Raiden's tattoos, or his dog tag.
Jack, I never thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me. The 80s. The Civil War. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the small boy unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you. When the war ended, you disappeared from the relief center. I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
We'll use him like you suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them. Happening again?
Could it be that he's here too?
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
Is that so? Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Okay, but you let Snake keep his clothes.
Am I?
Why, inside Arsenal gear,
Why not,
of
right?
course. Actually, we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses. I'll take this back. You don't need this anymore, do you? A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
Did she fart? Is that what you mean? Did Olga just walk in and fart? That's what I'm gonna assume he means.
Don't move. Stay as you are. We're being monitored by a camera.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go. So we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held the child in my own arms.
I see. Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
But I do
That's
anyway.
your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives. 2 years ago, they were responsible for getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this.
Huh?
When I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you joined hands with him to pay back a debt?
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain?
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part, and terminate my child. Putting it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
The passageway ahead leads to a hangar. He'll be waiting there. I gave him a card key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal gear?
No. Even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Isn't it funny everyone keeps saying role instead of mission?
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Almost like, you know,
Listen,
symbolic
I'll
of
fill you in a
something
little while.
in the writing.
Brace yourself.
Oh! Oh my, whoever timed the Steam achievement unlocks is a hero. I'm stuck here for a minute. I think if we call Olga, we actually get a funny. If we call somebody, we get a funny. The Rose, maybe?
Jack, are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, is it true? What Solidus said?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Drafting small children, sending them to war? It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been manipulated by them.
It was, but I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
You couldn't begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
It wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack.
I'm not like Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
It's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training.
Ugh.
They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my God!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No, no.
What I hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me. I've been kept alive this long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything about you, I admit that. Where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack, I haven't told you, about what I've done.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack.
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married. But I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my childhood.
It's all right, Jack. Please, don't say any more.
No, that wasn't funny. That was just depressing. Oh, there we go. Ay, ay, ay. You guys ready for, like, the best part in the game? I say that every part. This game just continues to get better as you play.
Raiden, do you copy? You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
I like that the Colonel incorrectly says over and out as like the first sign that he's bugging out and going insane. Because you don't say over and out on a radio. Over means I'm done talking over to you. Out means I'm putting the radio down and I'm going out of the room.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
Okay.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky, to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
I like how he uses Raiden's own voice there. I'm disappointed. When I first played this game, I had this whole sequence kind of spoiled for me.
Limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting.
But, oh
you
well.
can just go home.
Yeah, when I first played this game, I already had most of this spoiled for me.
Spotted the intruder. Stand back of his wall.
It's kind of sad how short that sequence is. I also don't know why Arsenal Gear's guts are named after human body parts.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl. The return of Genola.
That mission is fun in VR when you have to fight the giant genome soldiers. So I guess if the VR missions from the first game were Raiden's training...
It's amazing when the famous purple
oh, he's gonna say the thing.
Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61. Infiltrate the enemy fortress. Outer heaven. Destroy the final weapon. Metal Gear.
And then there's just random footage of a woman in a chair instead of the radar. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. It's freaky that he looks directly at you during this part, instead of looking slightly to the side, like he normally does when he contacts you.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Gallowade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
I don't know if you have to play all of these before Snake shows up or what. Maybe you're just supposed to call Rose? I don't know.
Hey, Jack. Take care, Jack.
Nope. Also, I just realized Rose looks directly at you in all of her codec calls, unlike every other character who looks slightly to the side.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
Yeah, Rose looks
If it's
right
about
at
that
you.
Conversation just now. I'm the one who's sorry.
Everyone else
No,
looks off to the
something
side.
Else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone.
Oh.
Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real.
Okay, you guys.
I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting
that's
because
victim
that
blaming.
was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
Or internalized
You expect
misogyny
me
or
to
something.
believe that?
Well.
It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose! What's going on?
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
Where's my gear?
Right over there. That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there. Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked.
An
Happy
asshole,
about
man.
that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Olga just assumes Raiden would know how to use a sword.
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades. Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground.
So here's a fun fact. When I played the original PC port of this, the abandonware version that you can't legally get anymore, it didn't have E-binds to use the sword. I had to use a mod that rebound the controls because there was no control rebinding. There was no controller support. It was just keyboard controls, and they were terrible. And even with the mod, all I could do with the sword is this. So the first time I beat the game, I beat it by using a combination. I beat Solidus by using a combination of CQC attacks and the thrust, if I remember right. I think I just used the thrust and killed him. It was fucking hard, and I'm not doing it again. Also, regardless of which form of the sword you use, the thrust always does damage. But I'm pretty sure I just beat him using the thrust. I think the CQC stuff just does knockout. Where's body armor? We'll put that back on. I don't know what you're supposed to do during this sequence. I think it's just a timer until Snake says it's okay to go. Because I've tried like calling people on the codec. I've tried everything I can think of because I've played this game a lot on PS2, and I have no clue what you're supposed to do here. I do like that Raiden has an animation for putting the sword away and for pulling it out. It just kind of knocked the shit out of Raiden. Jeez. No, I'm not going to kill Snake. I mean, I can attack him, but he will kick my ass because he just gets iframes after you hit him, and then he just does damage to you. You can choke him out and take his dog tag, but I think that just makes this whole sequence like take longer. I'm not really sure what the point of the spin attack is. Big spin. Spin. Also, yeah, enjoy motion sickness if you do that in first person enough times. I'm not sure what the different directional slashes are even for. You can't crouch and block. I'm pushing LB and he won't do it. And attack with it while you're on the ground either. Can you attack with it while you're crouched? No. Huh. Weird. I guess they didn't want to double the number of animations in here. Yeah, he just like walks forward and you just take a ton of damage.
Come on, time to go. If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Wait up, Snake.
You can deflect bullets with the swipes? I thought you could only deflect them by holding LB.
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future. You can stop being part of a mistake. Start...
Oh shit, fuck, I'm so sorry. I bumped my controller. Oh well, there's only one dialogue left. I bumped my controller and accidentally skipped the
Find something to
cutscene.
believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you all right?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
I was so worried because the HUD popped up, but the game didn't resume gameplay. I thought it crashed for a second there.
Catch. We're go. Right. Take the item. Get it. You all right? Don't push yourself.
One thing I like in this game is that Raiden never refers to the Colonel by name. He only ever refers to him as the Colonel, not even Colonel.
You all right?
Really shows that the thing in his head is more of an archetype than an actual human being. Ah, this guy spray out so much blood when he hits him. Why did I switch sword type? I know there's a glitch where you can like skip through this door somehow, but I don't know how to do it.
Raiden, about this Colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The Colonel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The Colonel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy!
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the Colonel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden.
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call.
Inside
You can
the
drop
house.
this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
I don't know why all the bits of Arsenal gear are named after parts of the human body.
They've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Olga talked about a lot, right? You're gonna need to be more specific. I'm just dumb. Man, these Tengu have... The Arsenal Tengu has such a cool design. Yeah, the game over fake out is so cool. I think Kojima realized that Psycho Mantis was one of the best parts of the first Metal Gear Solid, so he was determined to do more of that, messing with player expectations and messing with the confines of the game, and then he made it a major plot point with the GW AI. I decided to have like the entire last quarter of the game be all about your head getting messed with. And then just kind of wrote some of the most profound and greatest scenes in gaming history, honestly. Like, just every single conversation with the AI kernel after the reveal was a fucking banger of comedy. And then there's the entire rest of the game. Like, it's just so good. This game is literally good fiction. I don't know how people can say that, like, MGR compares to this game. It's so great. Yeah, I love this early 2000s PS2 era aesthetic. Tekken 4 is a great example of this kind of shit as well. Oh no! It's the woman! Email!
Fortune. It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can. Starting you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
Remember all those times I said X is my favorite boss fight in this game? I lied. This is my favorite boss fight in this game. Actually, I lied. I just love all the boss fights in this game. There's not a bad fight in this game. Especially the fight with Solidus. That might actually be the best one. I don't know. I love them all. I'd really have to sit and think about it.
The S3 plan's proud achievements.
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire.
God, that was such a good rhyme.
Brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute. Split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real. No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now.
I like how, because of 9/11, they had to Photoshop that snake onto all the American flags in the game, or remove all the American flags. More than anything, I want to restore the American flags to this game. I don't care about the cutscene of Arsenal Gear crashing into the harbor. That doesn't matter to me so much. But we're gonna see some shit later on that I think was actually ruined by the events of September 11th. Straight up, if I had a time machine, I'd go back in time, stop that from happening, just so we get uncensored MGS2. I want to see what Kojima was cooking, man. Oh god, man, doing this shit on controller sucks. Liz, I'm sorry, but you're gonna hear the Stinger lockdown sound a lot during the next upcoming boss fight. I'm gonna say it. I actually think the Ray survival fight is better than the fight against Rex in MGS1. Because at least I can avoid their homing rockets, and I don't literally need to save every single chaff grenade in the entire game specifically for this one fight. Oh, damn it. I was panicking trying to put my weapon down and screwed up. Also, I like how all of the Metal Gear serial numbers vaguely spell Rose's name. Oh, explosions! Oh boy. I forget how many of them I have to kill on normal difficulty. Can't be that many, can it? I think on E Extreme you have to kill all 25 of them. You have to kill every single ray. There we go. Just kind of smashed all of them. I probably should have grabbed that ration from the middle of the arena. That might come in handy during the next fight. Oh, well. I forgot to check the map. I think this area is called the Rectum or something? It's like Arsenal Gear Rectum or something. It's a really weird name. I forgot to check the map during all of that actually, because like the logo for Arsenal Gear in the map is like the turtle carrying the world on its back from like Hindu mythology. The game gets fucking weird in the later sections, man. I also forgot to try checking the map while carrying Emma, because I never checked that. I want to know what happens, because they say you won't have a chance to, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh, but don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family! I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
I don't know why he's being so extra right now.
You have to.
It's like, ow.
Oh, God.
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it?
GW, it's out of control.
What?
Cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines!
Well, I don't know why they bleed. If you turn off Gore, that goes away, so I want to know why the rays bleed. Are they like the geckos in 4? These are quote-unquote mass-produced rays, and they were AI controlled. Is there like living muscle tissue in them like the geckos in 4? Do they moo, then? Like the geckos in 4 do? Because these definitely make some kind of noises, that's for sure.
Damn the Patriots!
Solid Snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
No, we're right at the end of the game. I don't need to save.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
Unless something horrible happens. Watch something horrible's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose all my
GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted
Knock
beyond
on wood.
repair. I admit that I underestimated
Doesn't
you.
happen.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
I don't know if this is an urban myth, but I was told that if you look towards Snake, it makes this easier, but I'm not sure. Oh god, I might not make it. Oh no, I made it. I was told that if you look towards Snake, it makes this easier.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
I also heard that you can look at the moon during that, and it makes it easier, but I don't know. I can only look left and right. I can only look at the ray, and I can only look at Snake and
What do you mean?
Ocelot.
That's not your business.
At least it's not as hard as the MASH sequence
Oh,
in the first
really?
game. That shit brutal.
It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
The gaslighting
To give
deepens.
you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
I love Arsenal Gear's design. It looks
It will
so.
damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project.
Although everything Ocelot is saying here is just
You
actually a
think this
complete
little
lie.
terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? AIM's own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
He just fucking shoots her like it's nothing.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right.
I still feel like that would blow out your lungs, some of your ribs, probably a chunk of your spine.
Your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
One of my friends broke a rib and tried to go shoot it, and ended up like crying in pain because the recoil hurt his rib so much. I can't imagine how much it would hurt to fire that rib. Well, actually, no, it's a railgun. It probably doesn't have any recoil, actually. Never mind, scratch all of that. Love that he has to pose like that to fire his arm gun thing. Like, of course he has to pose in the most suggestive way imaginable to do that shit.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal.
Oh, hello, cat.
And clean up the refuse from the
Okay,
exercise.
Yeah?
Just try.
Give me my cat. Give me a moment here. Okay. Say hi to everybody.
How's this then?
Yeah, directly into the microphone at full volume. Oh shoot, no, he stepped on my controller. I'm so sorry. My cat just leapt onto my controller with both his front feet and skipped the cutscene. Asshole. You little jerk.
Yes, a sleeper
Yes,
in the
you.
arm of a Patriot spy. It was you 2 years ago? Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
Shit, you missed the cool part. I'm so sorry.
The only one that can free me. After
God damn it.
all,
That cutscene was hype. Oh well.
I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye!
Slap my controller again, cat. I'm gonna turn you into a big bowl of beef chow mein.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
This implies that Liquid has been surfing. I just want that on the record.
Liquid, stop this thing! Hey, Snake, you coming?
I think you can hear my controller vibrating because he's just staring at it while it's going crazy during this cutscene.
you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin.
That doesn't want to hang out anymore.
This is where freedom could have been born.
Come on, you can open the door, buddy. You can do it. Yeah, there you go.
Power at any
Goodbye.
cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Man, I have so much to say. But most
Right,
profound
are
moment
you
in gaming
receiving?
history is coming up.
We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul-searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with.
Now, we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to...
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, For you, Solidus's creation. Our beloved monsters. Enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed. Brace yourself.
There's so much I could talk about with that cutscene. I mean, literally, there's a reason why I refer to it as the most profound moment in gaming history. Ow.
What's
Shit.
wrong with you?
Oh, I'm gonna get chucked. Oh god, I got round start grab. There's so much I could say about that cutscene. Suffices to say, that shit goes hard, and this boss fight goes harder. Just man, all the plot twists, all the revelations, the fact that the Patriots are probably right about almost everything they said, except for what they're trying to justify doing. But their justification for it is absolutely correct, especially in current year PM. Everything they said was basically objectively correct. I love the detail that Solidus tries to piss Raiden off before they fight. I love the way that he tries to gas Raiden up into fighting him, because he knows that Raiden's confused, he knows the Patriots are manipulating him, and he knows Raiden probably doesn't want to fight him, probably doesn't see a point in fighting him. If you listen to the song "It Has to Be This Way" from MGO's from the Rising soundtrack, I honestly think that song is more about this fight and the relationship between Raiden and Solidus than it is anything in MGR. I mean, what else could I say other than that cutscene was literally perfect. It recontextualizes the whole game, throws some incredibly brilliant, high-minded, philosophical stuff your way, and just like hits like a truck. Like,
Is that the best you can do? What's wrong with you? Let's go.
I think my biggest complaint with everything at this point is that because the game is censored, post 9/11, we don't see the American flag, because there's supposed to be an American flag on top of this flagpole here. There's a lot of scenes in Solidus's speech where they're supposed to show the American flag, in reference to what he's saying and whatnot, and it's just like the symbolism is just gone. It's just straight up removed entirely from the game because it's censored. I think it's really funny that the final part of this game is all about the evils of censorship, and we're playing a game that is so heavily censored. I'm not gonna play the Patriots final codec during this part because I think we've had enough codec calls for one day, honestly. I kind of just want to get this over with. I'm kind of tired of all the cutscenes, I'm not gonna lie. And I love this game, but damn, it has a lot of cutscenes in it. Oh my goodness. Oh god. I like the way that this boss fight does a two-phase fight, because I don't like a lot of multi-phase boss fights, but I like how Solidus loses some moves to just gain more aggressive variations of some of his most dangerous moves, and to just be able to spam his moves more. I really like the way this is actually done. It feels less like he's powering up and more like he's just trying harder.
Is that the best you could do?
You can actually call Otacon during this fight. He gives you like legit advice on how you're supposed to fight Solidus, because no one else will answer the phone at this point. I think it's kind of funny. I like that he does the fucking spin-a-rooney when he gets up from being knocked down. Old white guy doing the fucking spin-a-rooney. Damn it, I forgot that he does the one just into that combo.
Take this! Over here! Let's go!
Oh.
Let's go!
Whoa. Come on, I just need to get one more hit on him. I don't know why I thought that would work.
What's wrong with you?
Freaking hand. Is knowing that he's supposed to reach out for the American flag in this next shot. When he's dying here, he reaches up. Yeah, he's like reaching for the flag, right? He's reaching for America. Forever out of his reach. The ideals that he fought for just completely beyond his grasp. Probably also like tattered and wrecked, considering that, you know, we just threw arsenal gear into the side of Federal Hall. But yeah, we also don't get to know what his final words are, which I think is interesting, but the most poignant part of this is that Raiden is supposed to cut the flag down, and it's supposed to fall down and drape over his body. But there's no flag in the game, so we don't get to see that visual. A symbol of how, even though Raiden has won, ultimately the idea of what Solidus was fighting for has fallen. Ultimately, this is a victory for the Patriots. It's also funny that he takes his final breath right at the moment Raiden takes the sword stroke that would have cut down the flag. Like, there's so much beautiful symbolism in those handful of shots that we just don't have. And I have to kind of ruin it by talking about it and explaining it. I think I'm gonna let the end cutscene play out and not really have any more commentary. I'll do my outro spiel during the credits, and then I might let the credits play. I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna be really interested in just sitting here waiting for the credits to end. And the credits in this game are unskippable, so I'm just gonna let this last bit play out before I say anything more.
Really?
No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on. They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Goddamn, Snake, that was cold, dog. I love how there's nobody in the streets until Raiden meets up with Snake and starts feeling like everything is real again. It's almost like the fact that this ending is so dreamlike was a deliberate choice on Kojima's part or something. People criticize this game for this stupid shit, man. I have a lot to say that I think I'll say during the end credits. I mean, does anyone care about what the exchange they're about to have? The fact that his gaslighting girl boss, a bitch of a wife, is real? Does anyone like Rose?
Snake?
Especially after what she does in the 4th game.
What's wrong?
Where'd that bird come from? I can only assume Otacon is in this crowd somewhere, and that's why the bird is there.
Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Oh no, she's Bergernand.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
God, I love the ending of this game. Like, I'm actually a little misty-eyed. Even after having beaten this game however many times. As I mentioned it in Stream 1, but every year, from April 29th to the 30th, I replay this game. Specifically so that when he says April 30th, it is actually April 30th. The guy behind all those social media posts where it's Raiden saying April 30th on April 30th, that's me. I'm behind every single one of those accounts. All of them, the hundreds and thousands of them. They're all me.
And the sky.
Oh my goodness, what do I have to say about this? It's perfect. It is damn near perfect in every way that matters for the story that Kojima was trying to tell with this game. I do think there's an argument to be made for Raiden being kind of retconned in MGS4 and being made worse in some ways. This game feels like it's very, when taken from the perspective of looking at just Raiden's character arc, this game feels very self-contained. MGS4 kind of goes back on some of that. I think some of that was done to try and give an explanation for why nobody but Solid Snake can save the world in MGS4, why he doesn't want Raiden to continue fighting. I also think that another big factor was that people hated Raiden, and Kojima wanted to make Raiden cool. He wanted the Western audience of Metal Gear to understand why he thought Raiden was so cool. So he tried to kind of westernize him and kind of zhuzh him up and make him more palatable to Western audiences. Which I think was a mistake. It's not as bad as the absolute character assassination, the outright Flanderization he goes through in Metal Gear Rising, though. So I'll let some of it slide, you know. The gameplay is solid. It's not perfect, but it's really good. The music is fantastic. The character designs, the story, the voice acting, it's so good. I think a lot of the community misinterprets some of the ending of this game and a lot of Raiden's character. I kind of want to go back to like the early 2000s when this game came out, and the internet culture was like, "Grr, we hate sexually ambiguous twink Raiden, grr." I really hate the whole like modern perspective of like, oh, he's just a dorky little guy, he's just a blonde airhead twink. No, that's an act that Raiden is putting on. He's not actually some like 18-year-old barely barely legally recruitable into the military kid. He's 26 in this game. He was in a civil war in the 1980s. He's actually an incredibly hardened, borderline terrible person, in some ways. And people just kind of gloss over all of that and just focus on the act that Raiden is putting on without really understanding it and understanding that, like, that the lies we tell ourselves and the lies we tell other people is kind of the biggest theme of this game and kind of what this game is all about. And people just kind of buy into that surface level interpretation of Raiden from the start of the game without attempting to understand his arc and understand the events of the game and what he goes through and what it all means. What it really all means. Also, fucking Maxor, making MGR the most popular version of Raiden. But more than that, there's a Maxor meme where he quotes Snake's speech that plays on the end credit sequence that's coming up. Snake's speech is not being directed to Raiden. He tells Raiden to find his own thing to believe in. Raiden finds that, and he tells that to Rose, but it's only between him and Rose. That's why we don't hear it. Snake's speech at the end of this game is Snake explaining himself to Snake. It's for him and the audience alone, the same way that whatever exchange happens between Raiden and Rose is for them alone. Making that a core part of Raiden's character is the biggest misunderstanding of his character. It's just something you wouldn't get unless you've played this game and obsessed over it as autistically as I have, frankly. And I feel a little bit like I'm having kind of an old man yells at cloud moment, because I know nobody's gonna watch this, nobody's gonna give a shit. I'm not gonna make some 3-hour YouTube essay explaining how the entire internet misinterpreted Raiden's character. They simply have, and they will simply have the freedom to continue misinterpreting Raiden's character. The Patriots were right. The Patriots were right, we need to censor the net. People are wrong about video games. I love this game. I really do. There's a few things I can complain about. I don't like the camera. Controls are sometimes a little wonky. But, like, there's so much that Kojima just nailed with this game. And I really do think this is the best entry in the series. I totally get why people think 3 is the best. I totally get it. I think 3 did a lot for the gameplay, and if that's all you care about, then yeah, it's absolutely 3. I also really love MGS4 because it just wraps everything up so beautifully as well. But this is a game that I kind of hold in the same respect as like Deus Ex, of just being like something that I've just never experienced in any other way. Roman, if you bite the power bar, you're going to die. Don't do that. Yes, come sit over here and let me pet you instead. I think my cat is just sick of me yelling and he wants to eat the Ethernet cable or something so that I can't stream anymore. I don't know what else to say. This game's peak. I'm glad that everyone was here to watch and enjoyed it. I hope you had some laughs. I hope you had some fun. I'm hoping that the ending theme of this isn't going to get this stream copyright struck. I'll just throw out my my ending spiel, and then I'll mute myself, and once Snake's speech is done, I'll end the stream. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever it is for you. And may your god, or your gods, go with you.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you like that end speech, you should play Death Stranding.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disk.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?